First target of the day right there, man. It's actually relatively windy out here today. I pretty much just stepped out of the car, so might not be anything too exciting in this little dirt patch here, but you never know. I think sometimes a good spot to check is the area when you first get out of the car, you know? I hear a lot of people go out on long hunts and then on their way back to the vehicle, that's when they hit on something good, you know, like right next to the car or right next to the truck. So I guess we'll give it a minute here, see if we can pull something decent. First thing I swang over, what's it gonna be? There it is. I mean, that's not too bad. Just a 2004 modern Roosevelt dime, but that's 10 cents I didn't have before. So let's see what we got out here. I'm gonna be running the Simplex with the little 9x5 elliptical coil. So let's see if we can find any goodies out here, huh? Let's go for that one. Really bouncy, jumpy. Might be aluminum foil, but we're just starting off the hunt, so we'll give it a chance, right? Saw it right there. Not sure. Is that a pencil eraser? I don't know entirely what that is, but I think it's just some junk. That was a little bit different. 39, 38. Really close to the surface though. The thing is, good stuff doesn't always have to be deep, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could have just dropped something the other day, you know, and it just freshly got covered up. That one wasn't quite it, just a pull tab, but I found a dime, a penny, and a pull tab so far in this little area. I've been going for no more than 5 minutes, so there's another one right there, right on the surface. So there's definitely some type of activity right here. I'm actually running it 2 bars down from max sensitivity, so not running it too hot today. That one sounds like another pull tab right there. Well, it's actually really bouncy. It might be a little bit bouncier than a pull tab. Let's see. Ow! Sandspur to the kneecap. That never feels good, man. If it's not red fire ants, it's the sandspurs that get you. Maybe even the crocodiles down here in Florida, huh? I hear an ambulance out in the distance. I hope everybody is all right. You just never know with stuff like that, you know? Let's see what we got. There she is. Pretty common one there, nothing too crazy. Another pull tab. I think that's 3 pull tabs in this little spot so far. Have you guys been using your Simplex for a little while? Can you take a guess at what that could be under the ground? 67, 68 on the Simplex for me. That's like a 90% chance it's gonna be one specific item. You can always get kind of lucky, and you know, you never know what it's actually going to be, but the majority is, take your pick. I'm going to try to guess before I pull it out. Zinc penny. See if we're accurate. Where is it? There it is right there. I think we're pretty accurate on that one, yeah. So target IDs really can be like helpful in some situations, but I feel like in some cases they actually can hinder you from finding good stuff, you know? Like, for example, a lot of gold. I don't know if you guys have watched my videos before, but I try to do like tests and experiments occasionally on stuff to see what potentially an item could read up as, like on the target ID, you know? And I feel like a lot of the small gold, man, it sounds just like aluminum foil and junk. So sometimes target IDs, you know, if this was reading like a foil number, would we all dig it up? I'm sure a lot of us wouldn't, but this one is another coin signal, 78 on the target ID. The Simplex, that's usually going to be a copper penny or a dime, so let's see what we got. Not too deep under there. There he is. think it's pretty accurate. 1972. So I think 1982 and prior is when you're gonna find the coppers, you know, and then after 1982 I think they're just made out of zinc. So the copper ones and the zinc ones, they read up different on your target ID though. Common again, similar to a pull tab, but we're gonna take the chance. Dig it up. 46 through like 52 on the target ID. See if we can pop something different. Please. That ain't it. It's another pull tab right there, man. Common day park find, huh? How do you keep losing your pull tabs, man? I've been calling those pull tabs calorie burners. That's the truth, ain't it? They're good for something. That's to burn off a couple extra calories at the end of the day. All right, I won't completely classify this as jewelry, but it is the closest that I've gotten to jewelry all day. I find these a lot at parks, actually. It's the back off of like a hat pin, you know? So rarely find the front of them though. I usually just find the back. So that one's made in USA at least. Not quite made in China. Is that another almost but no cigar? That might be a bead. I don't think it actually is. Just a little circular piece of metal. Looks kind of similar to a little piece of a bracelet, but I don't think that's what it is. Popped him perfectly out, man. It's another dime. The dimes at least add up pretty quickly, you know? Pennies, they take a while to add up. They do, but dimes, man, don't take too much to start getting up there, you know? 1976 on him. This sounds kind of like a nickel, a little bit more bouncy though. See, this has got the chance to be some gold. Alright, pretty good guess on that one. Sounded similar to a nickel, but it was a little bit deeper, so I think it threw off the signal just a little bit. Nothing crazy old, 1997, but nickels are always fun to find, you know? I feel like nickels don't usually come as easy as dimes and such, so I'm always happy to hit on a nickel. Plus, digging up a nickel, I think, gives you a better chance of potentially pulling out a gold ring, you know? 77. Dig up a couple of these. Seems like we're in like a small patch, so keep you guys on for a little bit of this hunt, huh? Sometimes like it's a different experience when you just keep the camera on comparative to like always turning it on and off, you know? I feel like they both have their benefits. Sometimes people don't have time to watch the entire hunt, or they just don't want to, you know? But sometimes it's good to see, like for a beginner, how you actually dig a hole and whatnot, you know? So, there's a couple over here. This one's right towards the top, 45. Little piece of maybe some fence wire or something, or I don't know. Pretty undesirable, but let's keep going. I'm gonna keep you guys on until I think it gets really slow. So let's dig up some signals together real quick. $74 maybe. Could be something different, or there could be just a little coin spill again here. So let's see. Pop him open. This dirt over here is incredibly dry though, the sand. Let's see. Got one right there. That's a dime, 1967. You scared me for a second there. He came out clean, man. 1967 dime. And then we do indeed have another one in here, so I think it was just two signals kind of mixed with each other, you know, to create one odd one. We got, all right, there's a crusty boy, crusty penny. I think that was it, but I always like to swing back over it right before we walk away from it. Make sure that's all she was. Well, thought that's all she was. 80 there though. Strange. A little different here, baby. Come on. I get a little bit more excited for the different signals, but you know, there's really no one signal that I particularly get excited for because you never truly know. This one was a dime. 2008, so it's got to be another one in there, right? A dime wouldn't be reading up that high, would it? I don't know for sure. Let's check it. Maybe it would. Yeah, so that dime was reading like an 80, but it doesn't seem like there's anything else there. So, kind of a strange one. It's just a piece of, looks like some shrapnel metal. I'm not sure what it's off of. Now that one right there sounds great, man. 3031. That's gonna be one of those 90%ers. Usually 3031 on the Simplex. Do you guys know? Take your pick. I know what a 3031 usually is. Let's see if I'm accurate. There she is. Nickel, man. It seems like if it sticks on 3031 and doesn't move, like 90% it's a nickel. But if it's bouncing around, like even to 32, 33, it's usually a pull tab. So I don't know if this always works in like the soils you're working with, or I'm not even sure if it quite works the same with the stock 11-inch coil. But yeah, 3031 is always a good number to check out. It's insane how many coins are actually littered throughout parks though, you know, or beaches, or really anywhere. Even like residential areas, I bet, are absolutely just crazy littered with coins. Like, I wish that I could see an overhead chart of like the coins sprinkled out throughout the park, you know. I'm sure that there are some hot spots, you know, towards the areas that people use more, but even in random spots you find coins, which is kind of strange. Which I think it's kind of strange, like in modern day, you don't see much going on, but in a lot of cases, like picnic tables and stuff were in different spots. So you never know where the activity once was. Just because there's not activity there today doesn't mean that there wasn't any there a month ago, or even a year ago, you know, or even 10 or 100 years ago. So metal detecting is always cool for that reason, you know. You can pretty much go anywhere I've found in a park or wherever and you'll find stuff. So we're doing pretty good on the coins today. Still working for that jewelry, but all it takes is that one signal, man. Sounds like a quarter right there. Might be my first good one of the day. 9091 right off a walking path there. Could just as well be a nice silver ring or something. Silver coin, that would be sickening. Let's see what we got though. Couple inches down there. Buried them even deeper. I think there's a root in the way. They don't always come out super easy. Got it. There it is. Is it a quarter? Is it just a quarter? As Merrill from Metal Detecting NYC would say, yeah, it's a quarter. 1990. I haven't heard him say that in a while, actually. I miss you, Merrill. Where have you been? All right. Come on, baby. Get us a ring. I'm looking for a ring out here. There's something a little bit different, I guess. What is that little guy off of? Looks like a piece of copper or brass right there. Could it have been possibly a light bulb or something at some point? I don't know. Little like copper cap. Don't think I see any writing on it. Okay. At least it's not another pull tab, right? Really good signal right here. Actually in a spot right now, I don't know if you guys can see. Check it out, there's concrete on that end, right? So if people are hanging out over there, if they're hanging out on a chair or whatever, I can guarantee you stuff can slide through here. I don't know if that's how this signal got here per se, but we gotta check it out. Sounds great. It sounds freaking amazing. Kind of similar like to a nickel-esque. It's exactly what it was. Scraped them up just a little bit there, but not too shabby. That's either an 88 or a 68 nickel. Another signal next to this little spot. I can tell that that's the truth though, because here's a hair tie right here, and I know for sure it came from over there. So I mean, you never know. That doesn't mean that there's going to be anything good right here, but I always try to look for spots like this that you know, might have a chance. That wasn't it. The closer you get to fence though, the more you're gonna find this crap right here, which is like the fence ties or the fence wire. So a little bit of a give and take hunting areas like this, you know. Potential's there though, you gotta remember. Potential's there. There's a bead too, just a little like purple bead, but again, that's what I'm talking about. Evidence, man, that there was something around here. Got a signal pretty much right next to it too. Sounded like a pull tab, but I'm gonna be digging them over here, you know, for sure. That was a root. Nope, another piece of fence wire. See something! I see something! It's a little snap off of something, either clothing, maybe bathing suit or something. I'm not sure. Might have a little bit of a coin spill action over here. I like the coins, but I like the interesting stuff just a little bit more, you know? I feel like you can only be entertained by seeing a coin so many times. There's a coin. It's actually a slightly different shape. I think he's been nailed by the lawnmower. Check him out. I think it's just a regular nickel. Yep. Not a buffalo or nothing, but finding coins over here. Like I'm saying, man, the undesirable spots sometimes hold the best stuff. Maybe at least the most coins. Forget what the target ID was on this one, but let's check them. There's another coin right there. One that's been down there for a long while. Can't even tell it's a penny anymore. $22, $23, $24. Definitely gonna dig that. Bounced up to 26. Could be scrap. Come on, give me something sweet. Oh, Pull tab, man, pull tab. There's signals, like it seems like every time I put my my coil down, there's another signal over here, so I might have gotten into a little hot spot, you know. Another coin, crusty one. Look at the plugs though, you know, that's another important part to me about metal detecting in parks, is like, make sure you try your dang best to put your hole back like as nice as you can, you know. The guys, they tell you to fill in your holes, but try to go beyond filling in your holes, you know. Fill it in like you've never even been there. So many signals to choose from. 60, 76. I mean, that's a little bit lower than a dime. Maybe. Silver ring, please. You gotta be hopeful sometimes, you know. But don't be like overly hopeful or overly confident, because that's how you get disappointed. You can be hopeful though. You have to have some type of hope. Looks like it's gonna be a dime though. Unfortunate. I think there's another signal in there with it. But is a dime really unfortunate? That's the thing. It depends how you look at the signal you pull out of the hole. A dime is not an unfortunate signal. It could have been a lot worse, you know what I mean? It's not the silver ring that we hope for, but... And again, the Simplex comes through. Another one of those like rusty bolts, man. Separation, I'm telling you. Sometimes it's best to just take it out there in the real world. Thing separates like a freaking beast, especially for the price point though, you know. Simplex strong, baby. Leave down in the comments right now if you want a Simplex strong, baby. Simplex strong. Getting it done, baby. We're getting it done. Pretty close to the surface on this one. Another dime there. The dimes, baby. Dimes are coming out. Florida now, it gets dark at like 6 p.m. So I think it's like 5:30 right now, and the sun is already like almost down, man. It's great for reducing the temperature a little bit, but not so great when we want to be out here for a long time, you know. Another pull tab there. Come on, baby. Push through a little bit more. Get us something interesting. Come on. Power dig these signals or what? There's just so many different signals, you know. Bouncy. What one would you guys go for? Bouncy on that one. Maybe a little bit lower on that one. Kind of bouncy, but it's probably 2 coins again in the same hole there. Just a lot of signals to go for over here, man. A lot to pick from, which is a good thing, you know. It's a good thing. Come on. Squeak another one out. Another coin there. Copper pennies for days out here, man. Copper pennies for days. Not a Wheatie. Not sure the date. Thought this was a pull tab. A little smaller, maybe? A little smaller. I think that's a bullet. I think that might be a 22 round right there. Hit something. You guys see him? concave on one end there. 22 round, eh? Alrighty then. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going for this one. Try to dig a little bit deeper on the plug there. Plugs don't really matter the depth when you got sugar sand though, you know. There it is, baby. Another 25 cents to add to the total. That's what's up. And these ones you can just tell when they've been down there for a long time, you know. They don't have any shine left in sight. Eagle back quarter. Kind of a scrappy signal here. I'm gonna dig it up for sure though. Maybe small, could be good. Could just as easily be bad, but close to the surface. Come on, baby. Promising signal for sure, sounds great. No? It's right on the surface. There it is. No, not that great actually. I don't know what that is though. Little piece of metal there. Sounded great. Something slightly different. Continue on, baby. Continue on the line. What is it, please? I think it's, what is that? Not quite an earring. It's something kind of small though, like we called out. I think it might be a button. What does it say? 4060A TG something TG. I don't know. Nothing desirable, but a little piece of metal. One less to dig next time. Weird signal. Kind of sounds like a penny. Don't think it's a penny. What's that? Just a washer maybe? Huh. Thick one there, not quite stainless steel. Not really sure, maybe a copper one? Thought it sounded a little bit different than a penny there. Alrighty then. Maybe there's a penny in there with it. 66. Go for it, I guess. That's why, like, another reason you cannot really rely on target ID, because if there's multiple signals within the same little area, you're not going to get a consistent target ID, you know? You're going to get kind of like a mix mash. Something that's sounding off between both of them, you know? So, let's see. That's exactly what that one was. It was a penny in with a different signal that made it sound maybe a little bit better, a little bit more funky than just a penny. So, fill her in and keep on going, huh? 40 signal, 37. Another bouncy one, kind of similar to a pull tab. Probably getting close to a dozen pull tabs on the day. We're still trying for the jewelry. I try to make that my goal for the day when I'm hunting a modern park, you know, some type of jewelry, even if it's a little crusty piece of something. It's good to have a goal to work towards, you know. All right, everybody, before it gets dark, let's go over what we found today, huh? If you guys, obviously, if you've made it this far into the video, I always sincerely appreciate a little bit of support. I mean, you guys watching is really support enough, but if you enjoyed the video, you guys always know what to do, man. Hook me up with a thumbs up, huh? I actually got a decent amount of coins out here for not being out here too long. I might have had like 5 or 6 coins in my pouch. I want to show you something that I found actually locally. Give me a second. I mean, I'm at a local park right now too, but I don't think I'm gonna pull out all the trash. You guys have an idea of the trash, you know. A lot of pull tabs. There's a lighter flint wheel in there, aluminum foil, fence wire, a lot of different scrap. I just don't want to take it out of the pouch because it's just gonna fly away. So right here's the haul for the day, man. Not too shabby. Like I said, this one wasn't from today. That's a lock. That was from the other day. This one also was from the other day. This is pretty cool, huh? Check him out. That's like a little, I don't actually know what that is. It's some type of maybe a game piece or something. It's a little guy riding a horse. I thought that thing was super cool when I pulled it out of the ground. So I didn't find that today, but that's probably one of the coolest things I got in my pouch right now. And then what else did I find? I also found this thing, which was kind of cool. Let's get you guys a close-up on him real quick, huh? You guys see him? Got some hooligans, I think, coming up on me. Hopefully we'll be all right. It says it's starting to get dark out here. It's going to be hard to tell. It says on there, though, charter member for PGA Tour Partners Club. It's some type of like a weird golf token, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to head out of here before I get jumped up, man. I think we're safe out here, but when the dark falls, when the darkness falls, man, the hooligans really start to come out. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me sincerely. I hope you enjoyed the video. No real jewelry today, just the back of that hat pin. So I'm going to have to get back out here again if I want to find me some jewelry. That's just the way it goes sometimes, man. You don't find jewelry on every hunt, that's for dang sure. You got to put in the work to find it. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.